Hey guys, Tiny House Dreaming here. It has been a while. I miss you guys. And I hope everybody's doing good. I just wanted to take a few minutes to come on here and let you guys know, for one, that because I've been getting a lot of emails and DMs and stuff of people, I guess just because I haven't posted for a while, people wondering, am I sick? Am I okay? And yes, I am okay. I have not had any symptoms or anything of COVID-19. Hopefully I don't get any. In this last week though, I have been in 3 of the top 4 hotspots. I've been to New York, New Jersey, and I just came from Michigan yesterday. So I hope for the best. That, I mean, it's still early on. I could have gotten it and just don't know it yet, but I am hopeful that I'm okay. I've been taking as much precaution as I'm able to. Like, I have my latex gloves that I got from Walmart. I have my hand sanitizer and a couple extra bottles just in case. I have a bottle of aloe vera gel and alcohol, so if I have to resort to mixing my own sanitizer, I have those ingredients. I haven't been able to find face masks anywhere, and I know I just received a message from Prime maybe it was yesterday or the day before, that they gotten in some face masks for the drivers, but I'm not close to there, so I'm not able to stop in and pick one up. I'm in Cedar Falls, Iowa today, and like I said, I picked this load up from Michigan, and I dropped a load in Michigan, so that's where I'm coming from. And after that, I was up northeast, New York and New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So I have been basically just I made my own out of some fabric that I happen to have. It was actually like a what do you call those things? Buff, like survivor buff, you know, like the things you can use it as like a scarf. You can put it on your head. It's just like basically a piece of fabric that's, you know, it's like a circular thing. But I've been using that, or when I went to a Walmart, I found just a regular like handkerchief. So I've been using that to cover my face. But this is like definitely, I know they say if you hold the fabric up to light, if you're able to see the individual fibers, then that means that it's not very protective. So this isn't really that protective. The other thing I made out of the buff that I actually got like a 5-pack long time ago for my hair, from Amazon, and I just happened to have one that was like still sealed up in the plastic that I hadn't ever used, so I kind of cut that up and made head ties, and I used that mainly because that's like folded up. It's like 6 layers thick, and the fabric weave is a lot tighter than what this is. But I've been kind of just doing what I can with what I have here on the truck, because you can only find so much. Even though you guys that aren't on trucks or are not truck drivers, you know still how hard it is when you go to Walmart to find the needed cleaning supplies and stuff. But I have been trying my best to do what I can to stay as healthy as possible. I have like food. I've been keeping food on the truck. Anytime I get to a Walmart and can stop at one, I try to like restock up. But like, if I had to say right now, I probably have a good 2 weeks worth of food on the truck just in case. I haven't really been eating at like any of the fast food places or anything, and I mean, I typically don't eat that a lot anyways, even before all of this. But I'm definitely skeptical of getting any type of food out of truck stops, just because when you're doing that, you're so dependent on the hygiene of others, you know, like you can't really control. I mean, they make it look good because they got the things on in the mask, but you don't really know, you know, what their hygiene is like, if they're taking it serious, if they're not taking it serious, or whatever. So I figured the less I have to even rely on other people's sanitation, the better I'll be, because I know that I keep, you know, when I'm eating off the truck, which I typically did, like I said, anyways, even before all of this, just because it's healthier to eat off the truck. But I know my level of sanitation and, you know, how to clean things to where I'm comfortable. So I figure that's the safest way to go right now. So I have like, and I try to keep, I keep fresh stuff, like, you know, vegetables and stuff that I try to cook with every day. But like what I did was I bought a lot of packs of like cream of wheat, oatmeal, and the instant grits. Like, you know, they come in a little pack that you can like use hot water from a microwave to make them. So I have like, if I had to live off of just that, like 3 meals a day, I could like sustain myself for 10 days just off of like cream of wheat grits and oatmeal. And I just put a lot of that because I can like literally, let me show you real quick. You can literally live off of that. Like I have all of this stuff in just this one Ziploc bag, like it's shoved in there. You can see my oatmeal, my grits, and cream of wheat. And it's like probably 40 something packets in this. Probably a little bit more because I'm not sure how many comes in a box, you know. But I figure if worse comes to worse, like, you know, like if I run out of fresh food or anything like that, canned food and stuff, I always have that to rely on, where literally you can get water and you can throw it in the microwave and make a meal. So I would definitely recommend people, if not everybody doesn't eat this type of stuff, and these aren't my favorite things to eat. Like I don't just pop one open every day or anything. This is like literally just in case. Like it doesn't take up a lot of space, but there's enough packets in here where if I had to go a week before I could find a Walmart, or if something, like if I was in the middle of nowhere and broke down and it was gonna take 3 days to fix it, and I just, you know, like ran out of everything else that I have on the truck, I know that I have this bag of enough stuff where I can not go hungry, but it's not taking up a whole lot of space in my truck either, to have that kind of as a safety net. But I have like canned foods and you know, little things of rice-a-roni, cups of rice, like things that are easily able to be made in a microwave with just water. Have plenty of water, like packs, you know, like the big old packs of bottled water. And then I have a few of like these type of waters that are full. So anytime I can stop, I just try to like restock. I keep my fridge full because you just never know, you know, where you'll end up. Like, I mean, I don't know like where my next load is going to be. I could be in the middle of nowhere. I could be somewhere in the city where I can't get to the Walmart. You just never know. So whenever I'm able to, I stop and stock up. And yeah, just so I don't have to rely on going and getting anything from the truck stop. And, you know, I got the apps for all the truck stops, so I don't even really go in to get fuel receipts. I just use the app and I screenshot my fuel receipt if I need it to send over with my bills, so to get reimbursed for like reefer fuel or something. I don't like, I try, other than to go in to use the restroom and take a shower, I don't really want to be touching stuff on shelves behind other people. I'm trying to stay as safe as possible. Stewie's been good. I know that like pets aren't really getting it, although the tigers at the Bronx Zoo got it from that sick zoo employee. So that kind of goes to show that like I think animals at some point are gonna be you know, like they're gonna be feeling this too. But Stewie's good. He's Mr. Barky Barky as normal, so all is good over here. I'm just thankful to be able to continuing to be trucking out here. I know that right now, like up until like what, a week or week and a half ago, the rates have been really good out here trucking. And like I see some owner operators on YouTube, and like I've talked to a few through the window and stuff at different places, and everybody was like happy, like, oh my gosh, it's so good because they really need us right now. Well, now it's becoming, it's not as good, you know, just because more and more places that process items, manufacturing and like meat plants and stuff like that, are closing down because they have so many sick employees. So there's more of us truck drivers out there than there are loads that need to be delivered at this point. Or I mean, I'm sure certain places they want to get back and up and running, like the meat plants that have closed down recently just because they have so many employees calling in sick, or so many people have gotten it. And it's kind of scary. I was reading a article yesterday, yeah, like that Google just happened to recommend me, about the Tyson and Camila, Georgia, that I don't know if it was 7 or 12, but like a lot of employees there had died. And I was just like, wow, because literally maybe less than 2 weeks ago, I was at that Tyson plant in Camila, Georgia. And I'm thinking, I wonder if any of the people that I talked to, that work there, that you go in and you check in and talk to the security guard. I know that I had a white guy with the beard that gave me my bills when I was all done. But like, I literally was just there, like maybe, I want to say maybe 10 days ago or something like that. So it's scary to, of course, the article didn't name the people, and not that I know the people I talked to, I don't know their names, but to think that like one of the people I might have been in contact with could be one of the people that died. Like, that's how it's crazy to me. Like, when I was reading it, I was like, wow. And then you kind of think about, because at first I was like, I still am, I don't want to say at first like forget them, but you're just like, man, like, how you could have just literally been talking to somebody, and 10 days later I'm here reading this article, and one of these people that have died from it could be one of the people that I was talking to. But then your mind goes to, kind of self-sustaining thoughts of, obvious, because nobody I had talked to there, like nobody was sniffling or coughing or anything like that. But I'm just like, well, what if one of those people were sick? Like, I hope that I didn't get close enough to it where I touched them. at this point, I'm coming kind of up on the 14 days. So if I had gotten sick from there or somebody else, hopefully, I hope that I didn't, but at some point I'll start exhibiting symptoms as well. So I'll know sometime soon. But that just goes to show me, having read that article and knowing that I was just there, it's like how, because I think it's easy for us. We put on our gloves and stuff, and it's easy for us to kind of just, because by nature, truck drivers, we're kind of isolated until we get out and start interacting with shippers and receivers, or have to go into truck stops. But a bulk of our days are spent isolated on our truck anyway. So we're kind of, things that affect people that are like all in groups and stuff like that, it kind of is a little bit removed from our brain because we're so used to just being by ourselves. But that really kind of brought it home for me that even though I spend so many hours every day by myself, me and Stewie on this truck locked in our little bubble, it's like those little moments that you interact with people at shippers and receivers, like when you have to go get fuel receipts. Like I said, I haven't been doing that, but when you're just at a fuel island, like the little moments that we spend around people, those could be the moments. Like, it only takes one speck of virus to get in your eyes, or somewhere where it infects you. Like, it doesn't take for you to be in a room full of coughing sick people. It can literally be that one person, that one shipper and receiver, that one time you walk in the restroom behind somebody that just walked out that was coughing, and you ain't, you breathe it in not even knowing that you breathe it in. It literally just takes that one moment to get you, and thankfully enough for me, I don't have any of the underlying health conditions, like they say, asthmatic, heart disease, hypertension, high blood pressure is hypertension, diabetes. If you're older than, I think, is it 60 or 65, like, have these health problems that if you get it, it can literally be deadly. I don't have any of those. Like, I'm healthy. I'm a healthy individual. So, if I did get it, I would think that I would probably just get really sick but overcome it. But I do think about, like, what if I get it and go home and give it to my mom, or like, we all have to think kind of beyond ourselves at this point, because there's so many people, and like in America, even young people have high blood pressure, and especially like right now it's hitting the African American community so hard. And I think because so many African Americans have those underlying illnesses, like the asthma is huge for African Americans, hypertension is huge in African American communities, diabetes, like we have all of those things. Not that other people don't, but like that was always an issue in the African American community is those like kind of poverty driven, for some, illnesses, like, and so it's like we have to think beyond ourselves, because even though you might not get it and it could be deadly to you, there's so many people that's like just right around you that you care about, that it could literally be deadly for them. And it doesn't take for them to be 70 years old. You know, it could be somebody my age that's my friend that has asthma and high blood pressure, or my friend that has diabetes, you know. So it doesn't necessarily mean that just because you're young that it's not gonna be deadly to you. And while I'm on this topic, I want to just send my deepest condolences and prayers out to Pinky, or Keeping It 100 Experiences. You know, recently she lost her mother to this disease, and you know, she talks about how she thinks it's because her mom was going out to the stores and trying to get like toilet paper or whatever, you know, needed products, and probably came into contact with it that way, because maybe she wasn't wearing the mask that Pinky had sent her to wear. So I know how it feels to lose a parent, not necessarily under these circumstances, but like my father passed away when I was 21, so I know the pain that you feel when you lose a parent or a loved one. I won't even say a parent, because like aunts, uncles, kids, you know, when you lose somebody really close to you, that pain never goes away. So I really, you know, I'm just really sad that she has to even be experiencing what that pain feels like. And she's been through a lot, you know, in the last year, her son getting sick and being in the hospital, and her truck accident and all of that. Like, she's dealt with a lot, and to have to like deal with losing a parent on it, just, I don't even know what to say to people, you know, because I know the pain, and there is really nothing other than saying, you know, my prayers to you and your family, and my deepest condolences. But none of that really makes anything feel better, and I get it. So just know that I hope she just knows that she's in all of our thoughts and prayers, and as is everyone who's sick with this, who knows somebody sick with this. You know, like, just my fellow humans are in my thoughts and prayers. I pray that not one more person gets this virus. And, you know, like, it's crazy. And I'm really, like, I don't understand how some people could think that this is like a fake news, fake virus type situation, when so many people are dying from this. And I don't know, just my thoughts and prayers to everyone. Whether you're healthy, try to stay that way. If you have this virus, try your best to fight through it. And my deepest condolences to anyone who's lost a loved one, or lost anyone, even if they weren't that close to you. If you know someone who has lost their life to this, you know, everyone is in my thoughts and prayers at this point in time. And I think that that's how we kind of have to stay, remembering that these are our fellow human beings suffering, you know. So just try to do whatever you can to not spread it, and definitely try to do whatever you can to stay safe and protect yourself from getting it if you haven't gotten it already. But yeah, guys, I don't really have anything else to say. It's weird because I have not been making a lot of, I mean, you guys know I haven't really been posting. From time to time I do make my clips, but I just haven't been making enough of them in a time span where it kind of makes sense to like post them together. You guys know how I do, like, post my little clips together. But I'll take one like one week, and then I'll take another one the next week, where like it's so far removed from each other that it's just, I'll be like, well, what's the point of even posting it at this point? But and I don't really even know why. I just have not had a lot to say. Really, I don't really have a good reason of why I haven't been posting. I just don't really have much to say. But I did want to come on here and just kind of check in and let you guys know that all is well in Two Tanks. The world is still moving. Oh yeah, and I was saying about the owner operators, and the freight rates have dropped. A lot of owner operators are having issues just because there's not, places are closing down and there's not enough freight to go around, and there's more of us than there is product that can be moved. I won't say product to be moved because there's warehouses full of product, but the warehouse might be operating at at a lower ability because they have so many employees that are out sick right now. I'm thankful that I'm able to continue being out here making money with Prime, and I know that, I think I read that Florida just opened up their beaches, and I know, like, Donald Trump, y'all's president, I mean, unfortunately he's all of our presidents, but he is urging governors to open up the states again, and he's saying if they don't do it, then somehow he's gonna step in and make them. Like, he can't do that. I mean, that's the governor's call, not Donald Trump's call, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. But as people are I think they're done with my load. As people are opening back up, I hope that you guys are, and I think that most people are smart enough to know, like, don't just walk back outside like this never happened and go back to life as normal. You kind of know to still take your precautions. Like, if you're in one of those states where they start sending people back to work or opening up stuff, and you feel comfortable enough to, like, break the stay at home quarantine type thing and go out and venture out more than you have been in this last month, stay safe about it. Like, mask should be, like, putting something, facial coverings should become a new normal. I'm thinking for at least months down the line. You want to continue to practice social distance and continue, because this virus, even though they open stuff back up, this virus is still out here and it's still killing people. It's going to continue to kill people that have not gotten it yet. Like, it ain't like it just stopped, and if you haven't gotten it at this point, you're not going to get it. People are still going to continue to spread it to each other, and especially with stuff opening back up. I mean, and I know at some point the economy needs to open back up, so like, I'm nobody to say how that's supposed to happen or not, but as individuals, we have the ability to go about things the way that we feel safe for us. So I just hope that more people are on the side that I'm on, where I'm gonna still keep wearing my gloves, I'm still gonna keep putting stuff over my face, I'm still sanitizing after I touch anything, I'm still not eating at no place that I'm dependent on somebody else's way that they consider sanitized. I'm not doing any of those things. I'm realizing that the person standing next to me could still have the virus and not know they have it, and cough the wrong way, sneeze the wrong way. So I need you to stay your 6 feet away from me, no matter who you are. And I'm hoping that everybody else does that as well, so we can at least try to limit it. But I think that once things start opening up, we're gonna see definitely a peak. I don't even know that it has peaked at this point, even if people stayed home. But I think once life goes back to, some more normal than it has been for the last month, we're definitely going to see another spike in people getting it and people dying, just because so many people, I don't know why, like, you think that just because it comes from the White House that, open things back up and let's get America open again. I don't want to get political on here, so I'm not going to, but don't trust stuff just because it comes from the White House. Do not trust that. Like, think about things, use your own common sense, think about things, be logical. And just because Donald Trump got on, or whoever was the president, whoever's saying, just because a person got on a podium talking about opening stuff up again, do you think that, like, every little virus that is going through the air and through people's system, like, just dropped dead and fell dead one day? And, like, okay, now it's safe to venture back out? Like, kind of use your common sense to be like, well, if yesterday it killed 122 people in my state, then why is today any different? What's different about today? Like, did we spray some magical fairy dust in the air and the virus is gone? No, we did not. So regardless of what any of our political people are saying, just use your common sense and logic in how you go about your day once you do start venturing out. This video has been a little bit too long anyways. I'm gonna really try to get back to posting on my normal way. I don't really have a schedule or anything, but I've been not taking clips for so long all the time that I have to like remind myself and get back into the groove of it. So I will try my best to do that. But I hope everybody stays safe, stays happy, and pray for each other. Let's all pray for each other. And if there's anything that you can do to help your fellow human being out, whether that's just protecting, you know, like keep covered to protect yourself and other people, or if you can go to the grocery store for maybe somebody that's senior in your community, anything that you can do to help your fellow human, we should be doing that right now. You know, compassion and understanding and caring is what can get us through this. So bye guys, talk to you later.